The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Vexile of the Catherian Empire delivered her report. Her scaled fingers trembled slightly as she activated the holographic display, showing the smoldering remains of what had once been New Eden, humanity's newest colony world. The operation was successful, she announced, though her voice carried no triumph. The human settlement has been eliminated. No survivors. Counselor Zorith of the Andromedan Collective leaned forward. In his floating chair, how many casualties? Approximately 47,000 humans, Vexile replied. Men, women, children. The planet's infrastructure has been reduced to ash. A murmur rippled through the chamber. Several species had warned against provoking humanity, but the Catherians had dismissed such concerns. Humans were newcomers to the galactic stage, barely 3 centuries since first contact. What could they possibly do? High Counselor Maltheus, an ancient being whose crystalline form pulsed with authority, raised a appendage for silence. The humans were expanding too rapidly. Their aggressive colonization threatened established trade routes. The Catherians acted within their rights. But even as he spoke, an aide rushed to his side, whispering urgently. Maltheus's crystal form darkened, the equivalent of a grimace. "What is it?" demanded Zorith. "Long-range sensors," Maltheus said slowly, "are detecting massive movement in the Sol system." Admiral Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the UES, Retribution, her weathered face illuminated by the soft glow of tactical displays. Around her, the bridge crew worked with the quiet efficiency of professionals who had trained their entire lives for this moment. "Fleet status report," she commanded. 700,000 vessels assembled and ready, Admiral," replied her tactical officer. "Battle groups Alpha through Omega are in formation. All ships reporting ready for quantum jump." Chen nodded grimly. When the news of New Eden's destruction had reached Earth, the reaction had been swift and unanimous. Every human world, every orbital habitat, every mining station had contributed ships to the largest fleet in human history, merchant vessels hastily converted to carriers, luxury liners retrofitted with railguns, even obsolete ships pulled from mothballs and crewed by volunteers. The galaxy had made a fundamental miscalculation about humanity. They saw Earth's relatively small military and assumed weakness. They didn't understand that every human colony was required to maintain emergency shipyards. They didn't grasp that human civilian infrastructure was designed to convert to military production within hours. Most critically, they didn't comprehend what happened when you killed human children. "Communications, open a channel to all fleet commanders," Chen ordered. 700,000 captains appeared in miniature holograms around the bridge, humans from every world, every walk of life. Some were career military officers like herself, others were merchant captains, explorers, even retired pilots who had volunteered to crew museum ships pressed back into service. "Today," Chen began, her voice carrying across the vast fleet, "we remind the galaxy why humanity survived the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs, why we crawled out of caves to reach the stars, why we never ever give up." She paused, letting her words sink in. "New Eden calls for justice. 47,000 souls demand retribution. We are their answer." The Catherian homeworld of Vexile Prime had stood unconquered for over 2 millennia. Its orbital defense platforms were considered impregnable, its fleet among the most powerful in the galaxy. None of that mattered when 700,000 human warships materialized in perfect formation around the planet. Admiral Kreshatar, Supreme Commander of the Catherian fleet, stared at his sensors in disbelief. His tactical computers were struggling to count the enemy vessels. The numbers kept changing as more ships translated from quantum space. "Sir," his sensor operator stammered, "we're reading. This can't be correct. 700,000 contacts?" "Impossible!" Kreshatar snarled. "Humans don't have that many military vessels." "They don't," came a cold voice over the communications channel. Admiral Chen's image appeared on the main screen, her human features stern and unforgiving. "These aren't all military ships, Admiral. They're farmers with fusion torches, teachers with mining lasers, doctors with medical vessels converted to carry antimatter charges. They're citizens, and you killed their children." The first wave of human ships moved forward, a wall of vessels so vast it blocked out the stars. The Catherian defense platforms opened fire, their massive energy cannons, tearing through human frigates and converted civilian craft. For every human ship destroyed, 2 more took its place. The second wave struck the orbital platforms themselves. Merchant vessels packed with explosives rammed into shield generators, while modified passenger liners deployed fighters like angry Wasps. The platforms, designed to repel conventional fleets, were overwhelmed by sheer numbers. The third wave reached the planet's surface. In the Galactic Council chamber, the emergency session had devolved into chaos. Representatives from dozens of species shouted accusations and demands, while the holographic displays showed the systematic dismantling of Catherian civilization. "They've evacuated the population centers," reported a shaken military observer. "The humans are targeting only military and government installations." High Counselor Maltheus watched in stunned silence as human ships, organized in perfect formation despite their astronomical numbers, methodically eliminated every symbol of Catherian power while carefully avoiding civilian casualties. Ambassador Vexile, her scales now pale with shock, turned to the assembled council. We killed children, human children. We didn't think they would..." "Respond proportionally?" interrupted a new voice. Every head turned to see Ambassador Elena Rodriguez of Earth, flanked by an honor guard of human soldiers. She had arrived unannounced, uninvited, but no one dared question her presence. "You made 2 mistakes," Rodriguez said calmly, walking to the center of the chamber. "First, you thought our small military meant we were weak. Second, you confused our preference for peace with inability to wage war." She gestured to the displays, showing the ongoing battle. 700,000 ships. Do you know what that represents? Every human world contributing their vessels. Every family sending their fathers, mothers, sons, daughters to make you answer for New Eden. High Counselor Maltheus found his voice. This is madness. You cannot maintain such a fleet indefinitely. Your economy will collapse." Rodriguez smiled, a cold, predatory expression that made several species representatives step backward. "You still don't understand. This isn't our military. This is our economy. Every ship you see was built by humans who knew this day might come. Every captain out there has a personal stake in ensuring no human child ever dies unavenged again." Admiral Chen watched as the last Catherian fortress fell to human assault teams. The planet's military infrastructure lay in ruins, its government in full surrender, but not a single civilian had been harmed. "Admiral," her communications officer reported, "we're receiving surrender offers from 17 different species military commands. They're requesting terms." Chen nodded, slowly. The message was clear. Humanity would not be underestimated again. But more importantly, human children would sleep safely on every world, protected by the knowledge that Earth's response to their harm would be swift, overwhelming, and absolute. "Signal the fleet," she commanded. "Mission accomplished. Let's go home." As 700,000 human vessels began their journey back to Earth, they left behind a galaxy that finally understood the true meaning of human determination and the price of threatening their young.